Hello everyone, this is my video on making a metal furnace for melting metal. I started off with a 5-gallon bucket. This one's a little larger than normal. This is just to show the size of this bucket. I already put about 4 inches of cement in the bottom. The cement and perlite mixture is later in the video. First I drilled a hole, then I cut the edges here just like so. After I made the cuts, then I could fold the edges in. This is the pipe, torch pipe that I'm going to use, and that fits through there. And this is just to form the cement up, so I'm pre-fitting everything. I used a piece of 1/2-inch foam. I taped it together here, and I stuck it in the hole just to make a void in the cement when I pour it, as you can see here. And then once I got the form all formed up, I taped this bucket down. This is taller than a normal 5-gallon bucket. And then I poured the cement in there. I used 60% perlite and 40% Portland cement. The perlite was about $35 from the internet and $13 for the cement. After I let it cure, I torched this piece of foam out so I didn't have to drill a hole, and came out pretty quick. Then I started working on the lid. This is what I put some foam there to make a void for the lid, and then that way I could put a wire around there. It's a pretty ugly lid, but I'm not really going on looks, just efficiency and cheapness. Here it is all finished. I soaked it every few days and kept it soaked for about 30 days to let it cure. Once it's dry, I put this wire around to lift the lid off. It's about 5 inches thick, and these U-bolts, I could have used U-bolts, but from everybody else that I watched, they heat up and they expand and they crack the cement, so I wanted to leave the lid one just solid block of cement. That way when it heats up, it doesn't break. That's why the wire goes around the outside and there's no holes in the cement. But it did cure for 30 days too with the inside. Here's the beginning parts of my torch before I built it, just to make sure everything fits. It was a loose fit once it was in the hole, so I wanted to make it tighter, so I put this piece of flashing on, and then I zip screwed it to the can, so it's got a nice tight fit when I stick the torch in. It also supports the torch when in use. Next is the crucible. It's a number 8, 10-kilogram crucible, 8 inches tall by about 6 and almost 7 inches wide. You can just count 7, I guess. And here it is fitting in the furnace on top of a fire brick. And there's the lid on top. And now is the torch. It was a weed flame torch. I cut the tip off and I put this fitting on there. It is a 1-inch to 1/4 inch reducer. I just put some set screws in there to mount it to the end. I took a 3/4 inch piece of pipe and shaved it down and cut it off, and I put it inside of a 1-inch pipe about that far down. There I am sliding it in. There was stuff I kind of had to hammer it in there, but you can see it right there. This creates a flare on the inside of the torch and mixes the fuel and air really good and makes it work. Without that, I couldn't get it to work. Next is the air intake. I just made a piece of flashing that slides with 3 holes. Now on the other end of the gas line, I had to drill out the safety feature and then connect it to the tank. That way I could use it without a pressure regulator. When doing this, you have to adjust the tank very slightly. Otherwise, if you open it full valve, you'll never get it lit. You can see it blows right out. It takes some constant adjusting, but once you fine tune it and get it right, you'll get it smooth and it'll come out real nice. Here it is after I got it adjusted. Then all you have to do is light it and stick it into the bottom of your furnace. and slowly turn the heat up really lightly, and voila, you have flames. Now this furnace is ready to melt all kinds of metal. I hope you liked the video. Please subscribe and support my channel, and have a great day.